I just wanted to say to all my young ladies and my young men out there who are possibly in a situation where they feel like, I don't think this person is for me. Um, I don't think that we're basically equally yoked or whatever. Um, for whatever reasons, the most important reason is if both of you guys don't believe in, Jesus Christ and have a relationship with him, then you can't force anybody to, for one, want you the way you want them to want you. You can't force anybody to need you the way you want them to need you. And you definitely can't force anybody to love what you love. And so I would say those red flags is God's way of showing you this ain't the person. Let him go. Let her go. Move on. And especially to all my Christian brothers and sisters out there, I know sometimes we get so lonely that we just want some company. We just want to be held. We just want somebody, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You'll only destroy yourself way worse in the end, and you'll only find yourself in the thinking, man, if I would have just resisted in the beginning, if I would have just told him or her no in the beginning, I wouldn't be going through all this pain and this hurt and this feeling of abandonment and insecurities and all that, because it's not fun. And for me, I find myself in that situation. Before I met this person, um, I was walking with God, and then I had slipped up and I became lonely, depressed, and just sad, and I just wanted somebody. And this is the same person that had tried to talk to me lots and lots of times before in the past, and I always was like no, because I knew that me and him were not each other's types, and that we were not equally yoked. But just like the enemy does, he sets you up. And the way he set me up was, I had backslid, and then so when I backslid, I had stopped reading my word as much, stopped praying as much, and I became depressed and I became lonely, and it was just like a deep, dark loneliness that I felt. And then, so while I'm feeling this, the next time I seen the person, it was like, yes, I don't care. Just hold me. Just love me. Just want me. I don't care. I don't care that you don't live the life that I want to live. And I think, that we should be living. I don't care that you're in the streets. I don't care, about all of that. And then in the back of my head, I was also thinking that I can change him and he would change for me. But I have to be honest with myself. I didn't walk into this situation living for God. I didn't walk into this situation being a prayer warrior and reading my Bible and all that. That's something that I had stopped doing before he came into my life, which was why he was able to come in my life, because I wasn't armored up, in the Word of God. And so now, almost 2 years later, you know, I've I've built a soul tie to this person. It hurts to let him go. It hurts that he doesn't want me the way that I want him to want me. Um, it hurts that he is 40 years old and considers himself a street NIGGA, and that he's going to always be that. And it hurts even more that I have to be honest with myself and say that he didn't lie. He told me he didn't want a relationship. He told me he's a street dude. He told me he's not romantic. But me thinking I'm so special, he'll change. And no, he didn't. He kept it real and he stayed real. I was the one that wasn't real, because I know that I was living a life that I wasn't called to live and that I wasn't comfortable living. I just did it to please him. And I ignored every red sign. I mean, blatantly red flag. I mean, every red flag. I mean, blatant red flags. I ignore them all. And now I find myself sitting here in the worst position, in worse circumstances than I was almost 2 years ago before I met him. I don't have nothing. I don't have nobody. All I have is the one who I turned my back on for this situation, and that's God. And it hurts. It's lonely. Um, Borderline fighting depression. But I thank God that He doesn't give us what we deserve. And I thank Him for not turning His back on me, even though I turned my back on Him. The moral of the story is anything and anybody that you put before God will destroy you in a worse way, whether it's intentional or not. And you actually, at the end of the day, you have to be honest that you did it to yourself. So put nothing and nobody before God and save yourself a lot of heartache. Don't be foolish like me. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't settle. Don't conform. Don't compromise.